Think they girls don't be. If you didn't know, maybe better than us. One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. Them other fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think I'm better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah. She in Vegas, and Summer with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog 'em out whenever. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't, but I think I'm better than men, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. Be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. Monday Night Primetime is underway. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Williams from the gun. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, That's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. First down throw by Williams. Big strike here to Moore. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Now hang on a moment. I think we've got an injured player out there. Yeah, that's Chuba Hubbard being looked at following the play. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Here's Young to throw. Pass brought in by Terrell McMillan. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. Set, cut.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He is down to the 30-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. Yellow.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Let's go.
That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
set, ready. Snap, red, 38. Ready.
The toss to Hubbard, running right. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, because they drop him behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
What is up?
Here's Swift to start the drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
What's up?
Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What's up?
Here's Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be 1st down Chicago. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
What is up?
1st down, Williams to throw. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check down outlet on short throws.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
What is up?
Williams set to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this forward to the 6.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 6-yard line.
What is up?
That's more of the catch out left. And they'll get him down right along the line. So no gain is how we'll end the opening quarter. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. This, giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And this defense is going to win this up strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Swift. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
The beauty of that execution, Kate, is he didn't even know he was going to get the ball there on 4th down in that RPO. So extra credit for the focus and even more so for the conversion.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Going to run again with Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bears take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Going to the ground again on 4th. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 52 blue. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new 7 downs. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks wish that away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Now a run with Hubbard. There's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try at that 1st down.
Got it.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Down.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
It's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kids, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Striker. Black 40. Cut, cut.
Defense shows blitz. Young. Running right side by McMillan. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. To throw, Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but someone would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. 1st down, here's Swift. Winning there full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on it.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
To throw is Williams. This is Lovely working the right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Out of the shotgun to get to Swift. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Looking to his running back. Incomplete. Snap play is going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Hits him on the outbound. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let us up.
Toss play, Swift. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot for quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
On 4th down, it's Williams. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead just before halftime. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 14.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Let's go. Set.
Out of the gun, Young. The left side, Sanders has it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Young working from the gun. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. He fires one deep down the right sideline. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 52, boom. Commit, red. Hut.
Starting this third quarter, it's Hubbard. Rob Platt, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Okay,
Nice run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, a chance to add to this lead. Boy, offenses that connect to this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
what is up?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Big strike here to Moore. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
In the red zone on first. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Here's Swift on second down. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. Third down. Here he goes, third and long. He finds Odunze running the slant. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
On fourth down and 5, the offense staying out there. Looking to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Drill, 52.
Young on first and 10. That's completed right side. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's pretty good reaction time, Kate, right there from that defense. The throw to get to the edge and cut off that toss play. What could have been a big gain is kept to minimal yardage.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Come on, set. Hut.
Now it's Young. Who should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and he should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
On third down, it's Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. 4th down coming up.
In punt formation.
The ball heads towards the sideline, not returnable. Well done. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20.
23-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Williams will look to throw. Check down into the hands of Swift. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Williams set to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And they'll bring him down, but not before the fake gets them a 1st down.
Certainly not afraid to get aggressive when the situation calls for it. Cut the coverage unit sleeping and burned them with a surprise play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They are on the counter with Swift. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Williams to throw. Man, Loveland has it. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but cross the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. To throw, Williams. Looking sideline, caught by Loveland. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Looking to throw. That's caught. This is Loveland. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. And forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets him a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That's him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Williams again. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. He's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain. Third down, 1 yard to go. Running for it, it's Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
On the set.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young absolutely fires this one right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Running right side by McMillan. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
First down from the 42.
Hey, computer, check.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And he's sent out of bounds after an 8-yard pickup, so they've got 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
That's complete. Sanders has got it outright. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The 26-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. It's caught. Jimmy Horn Jr. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. 52.
Young working from the gun. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Panthers, first down.
now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Set, ready.
That's McMillan with the catch out left. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal.
Set, ready.
Sticking to the air. It's Young. It's caught by Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now within one score in the fourth. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down now, ball at the 33. Staying grounded with Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. On play action, here's Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Bears feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Swift now from the pistol. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Past the 20. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's in second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
At the Panthers' 9-yard line.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal.
What is up?
They're going to pass it here. Makes the catch. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Trouble, 38. Here's 10.
Young looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
22 needle.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
To the air on first down. Young. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
Down now. 50 series.
That's another Panthers.
Young up first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Brought in close to the 8. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Okay,
Here's Young
right?
to the line now. His guys going for 2.
Let's
The
go now.
Panthers will line up for
40,
the 2-point
52 blast.
conversion.
Ready.
You look to throw it. This is caught. He reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Panthers 29.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Bears get this kick, and that spells the end of this ball game. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10.
What is up?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Running behind center with Swift. And they find him after just a yard. It's third down. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He's drawn up for him. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Tonight got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Some excellent English on that punt. This one makes it all the way to the 6 before the team touches down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out.
Ready, set.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Red. Strike, set, punt. Red, 38. Punt.
One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Bears take this one on the road. And there was no easy enough. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Charlotte.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me more than I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody sees. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all it's taking all this time. You're mine.
Tell me you love me, but no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could see in the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like I'm writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Come on.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back